and the Commonwealth Games, but sadly, through injuries, they never took place. But what did happen was a splendid boost for athletics in this country. Being deprived of two of the biggest names in the sport was a blow, but it was softened by some remarkable performances, both by established and growing stars, that brought Britain not only titles from Europe and the Commonwealth, but world records as well. Meanwhile, of course, the running boom was emphasized by what, after only 2 years, has become one of the nation's great sporting carnivals, the London Marathon. The number of runners was a world record, 16,380. So many, there had to be 2 starting points. The number of finishers was astonishing, 15,758, another world record. And the London Marathon is now a festival for young and old, for the fun runner and the international. The race was won by Hugh Jones, and that was a record too, the fastest marathon ever in this country, while the amazing Joyce Smith set a new British record to be the first lady home. Joyce, mother of 2, is now 44. The Bislett Stadium in Oslo is renowned as the place to break world records. And it was there the likeable David Moorcroft took nearly 6 seconds off the 5,000 metres record.
David Moorcroft is pouring it on. It's a tremendous run. He's inside. He must get it. He smashed it. Wide open.
Following a leg operation, Moorcroft was running without pain for the first time in seasons. And his clash with Sidney Marie over 3,000 metres set a European record.
There he is. He's still waiting. And Marie has gone too soon. It's Moorcroft on the near side. And Moorcroft, roared on by the crowd, comes away again. David Moorcroft is going to beat Marie. And Moorcroft comes through. The time just outside the world record.
But there was another world record when Gary Cook, Steve Cram, Peter Elliott and Seb Coe broke the 800-metre relay figures. Athens was the scene of the European Championships. And for Coe and the whole of athletics, the 800 metres was the shock of the year.
Coe goes farther away. Furner trying to close. Sebastian Coe sprinting. And Furner's coming. Furner's coming to tackle Coe. And what a shot. Hans Peter Furner, the outsider, beats Coe. What an astonishing result.
For Coe, the silver medal, and the news he had glandular fever. And disappointment for David Moorcroft too, exhausted by too much racing. But even with Coe and Ovett missing, Britain still reigned supreme at 1,500 metres. Young Steve Cram is a real champion, but Graham Williamson remains unlucky.
Oh, he's gone down. Williamson has gone down there, and Steve Cram there in the melee has escaped. Off the bend now, with just over 80 metres to go, and Cram beginning to hold his lead. And Pascal in second place, and they're closing all the time. And Kirov from Russia is coming through. But Cram is going to hold on for gold. Cram gets the gold.
What an athlete Cram is turning out to be. But so too is Keith Connor, who won the triple jump with superb technique.
20 strides, in, oh, and it's a marvellous jump. An absolutely marvellous jump, and he knew it instantly.
In sprinting, Scotland's Cameron Sharp has been the international find of the season. In the 200 metres, he was so close to gold, but said later, if you told me a month ago I could win the silver, I wouldn't have believed you. Among the girls, Cathy Smallwood is our number 1, and she too is beginning to believe.
And it's a battle now for the silver medal, and Cathy Smallwood is closing up. It's Bockel now with the gold for East Germany. Cathy Smallwood with the silver for Great Britain. A marvellous, marvellous run.
And a best ever time by a Briton. But it was Daley Thompson, the most gifted all-round athlete in the world, who put on a one-man show in the decathlon that was the performance of the year. He won the 100, the long jump, and then a personal decathlon best in the shot. The high jump by Daley standards was disappointing, but what a final throw in the discus. He allowed himself a little celebration, and after the pole vault, his javelin score kept him on target for the title and the record. And in the final discipline, the 1,500 metres, he needed to break 4:26 to become once more the best in the world.
This is Daley Thompson at his superb best. And he's picking off athlete after athlete. And he's racing for the line. It could break the world record, in fact. It's been a marvellous run. It really has been colossal. And he's got it! And that is his finest time ever in getting the world record. Take hold of that.
Thompson, quite simply, is the most complete athlete the world has ever seen. the first ever to hold Olympic, European and Commonwealth titles and the world record. Daley, what a year. I mean, you broke the world record twice, European, Commonwealth champion. Any ambitions left at all?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd still like to win at least one more Olympics, if not two, because I'm still only young and, you know, I've got nothing else to do except go to work, and I don't want to do that.
How do you retain your ambition?
Well, I think it all depends on where you start from. I've always felt that I was going to be able to win 2, maybe 3 Olympics, so really I haven't sort of attained anything I thought I could have.
And in your own mind, you're in search of perfection, are you?
As is possible. I mean, with 10 things, you've got to spend so much time, it's impossible to be the best at any one thing. But I'm trying as hard as I can to just be good for me, really.
How do you divide your week? I mean, do you ever take a day off?
Oh, well, I try and take as few days off as possible because the way I figure it is that if I take any days off, then the days that I take off, everybody's gaining on me. So I try and put in as many as possible.
But how do you actually split the week up? I mean, have you got a discipline that involves doing certain things on certain days, different events and so on?
Not really. I tend to work mostly on my weaker events, which would be the shot, the javelin, and the hurdles. And I try and do those every single day and try and fit everything else just around it.
Do you go to specialist coaches for each event?
No, not really, because that would really involve too much travelling. So what I've done is I just train with my friends and we just work out our own kind of programme.
Now, of course, with 10 demanding disciplines, you've got to make more sacrifices than most. You'd agree with that, would you?
Yeah, well, it means no women and late nights, so there's quite a lot of sacrifice, I do.
And I need a great deal of help from other people, though, obviously.
Oh, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be able to do it without a lot of help, and so, obviously, I'm grateful to everybody that helps me.
Can I just ask you a final question, because I hope you don't mind me asking. We saw you there carrying the Union Jack around.
Oh, no.
And you've been a great team member for Great Britain, but you wouldn't carry the English flag at the Commonwealth Games. Now, is it true at the back of your mind, is this really true, that you wanted to attack the world record there?
You told me you wasn't going to talk about this. No, obviously, I went to the Commonwealth Games in order that I could perform at my best, and for me to perform at my best, I'd be trying to break the world record. And I didn't want anything to get in its way, and as it was only 2 days, 3 days before I was going to compete, I wasn't really prepared to stand up for 4, maybe 5 hours holding the flag.
And of course, conditions in the end were against you, but you remain the greatest athlete in the world. Daley Thompson.
So let's turn to those Commonwealth Games in Brisbane, in which we heard Daley played yet again such a prominent part, one of 50 British gold medalists. I say that to prepare you for the obvious, because if we replayed every gold medal performance, we'd be here all night. So do forgive us if we've left your favourite out. Now, the atmosphere of the Commonwealth Games, the so-called friendly games, is very important indeed, and this year it was distinctly Australian.
So the gold medal going to England's Chris Stone. He's carried the jack. He's done it. It's all over. Willie Wood, gold medalist. And Aspen has won the gold medal. And he's got him. Oh, yes, he's got him. Oh, left hand. Alex Bowman of Canada, a new world record. What a picture.
In boxing, all 9 members of the English team won medals, but for some, it was a painful experience.
Oh, it's a left hook, and he must be gone this time. It's all over.
For Crooms, a silver. But there was gold for Chris Pyatt.
The welterweight gold medalist. The first medal we won at this weight since 1966.
England's other boxing gold went to Jimmy Price, who, like Pyatt, now takes his punching power to the professional ring.
Oh, he's got him. Price, right hand. I said he might have a surprise coming, but I didn't think it would be quite as dramatic as that.
In the pool, triple gold medalist June Croft led the way for British swimmers.
June Croft going well and looks as she comes into the last 10 metres as though she is going to win the first gold medal in the swimming events of these Commonwealth Games. June Croft wins the first gold medal in Brisbane.
Andy Asprey was top home swimmer amongst the men with 2 golds.
There's 5 metres to go, and Asprey is going to win another gold medal. He has. What a superb swim by Andy Asprey.
On the track, Scotland's Allan Wells rescued a season of disaster. And what a record he's got. Olympic champion, World Cup, European Cup, golden sprints, and a second Commonwealth title.
This time they go, and Wells got away well. Also Desai Williams and Narrock, and it is Wells now in tremendous battle with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson of Canada, and Wells fighting back. Wells fighting back all the way, and Wells is there.
Gold for Scotland. But in the 400 relay, Phil Brown confirmed he's England's brightest new talent.
Phil Brown for England. Kenya, Australia, Canada. Phil Brown holding on. Rick Mitchell's after him. Australia roaring him on. But England are going to hold it. Phil Brown's going to get there. And England get a marvellous goal.
Brown partnered by Scott, Cook and Bennett. And there was gold too in the women's sprint relay.
And Canada get the baton first, but England are racing the way with Sonia. Sonia Lanneman for England. Sonia Lanneman for England holding up. Canada will be second, and England have got the goal.
But it wasn't all success for England's relay teams.
But it looks to me as if Yvette Ray has taken England into the lead. Canada are going well through Crooks. Yvette Ray handing on to Gladys Taylor, and the Canadians the first of the... Oh! England have dropped the baton. The England team have dropped the baton, and that is a disaster.
A possible gold lost. In the decathlon, a relaxed Daley Thompson not only won, but found time to advise others.
And Thompson way out ahead. And this is a good time from Daley Thompson.
Thompson won 6 of the 10 events to retain the title. In the shot, Judy Oates came up with the best performance of her life, while Scotland's Meg Ritchie silenced those who said she couldn't handle pressure in the discus. The hammer went to the young giant Bob Weir, who'd only arrived the day before from college in America.
And that wasn't bad, and that's a big throw, and that's a huge, and that's it. A new Commonwealth Games record.
The triple jump showed Keith Connor displaying beautiful rhythm and power.
Oh, and he's almost in the pit on that one. That's an enormous jump. 17 metres and 81 centimetres, the greatest jump at sea level of all time.
It hurt, and so too did the 800 metres, in a race that was so close.
Wales and Scotland going back at the moment. The Australian girl battle at putting wide, and Clarkson going for the line. Kirsty McDermott holding her off. Kirsty McDermott of Wales is going exceptionally well. It's going to be Wales, and Wales have come good again.
Kirsty McDermott improving fast with another goal for Wales. But it was England all the way in the hurdles.
And Shirley Strong and Lorna Bough, these two coming away with Glynis Nunn in third, and it's very close indeed. Shirley Strong just getting the edge on Lorna. Shirley Strong, Lorna Bough. England gold and silver.
Meanwhile, in the 1500 metres, Christina Boxer justified missing the European to concentrate on Brisbane.
3 English girls in the top 6, and Boxer now is making the strike for home. She's 10 metres clear of Gillian Daisy. Perfectly timed, the strike was right, and she's full of running. Christina Boxer, the Commonwealth champion. Gold and silver for England.
In the 5,000 metres, we saw a rejuvenated David Moorcroft.
And the English supporters in the stadium rising in salute. A devastating finish by David Moorcroft as he stretched 20 yards away to take the gold medal.
And there was royal excitement at the last bend in the 1,500 metres.
What could Graham do? He's off the curve. He's in the attacking position. Walker trying to go through on the inside. There's no room there. That was ridiculous. Steve Cram on the outside, battling with Boyd, and it's Cram away and clear. Cram coming home to take the gold we all hope for England.
In the 200 metres, the question was, could Allan Wells achieve a championship double? Something he's not done before.
Away they go, and Wells flew off the blocks, and this bend is so important. Narracott right on the outside is going well, so too is Cameron Sharp. Desai Williams has been fast, and Sharp is trailing, Tony Sharp. It's Wells in the lead off the bend, and Wells with McFarlane in lane 2. A magnificent run by McFarlane. McFarlane in England and Wells. Wells tying up slightly. Wells battling against McFarlane, but that is a certain photograph.
And even then, they couldn't be separated. The first dead heat in a photo finish in a major championship. So they both won gold. And they still can't be separated because they're sitting together here. Allan Wells, of course, has put together the most fantastic sprint record, hasn't he, over the years?
You know, like I said, the record speaks, so he's won everything, you know, Olympics, Commonwealth, you know, I can't even say anymore, you know.
And after a series of disasters this season, Allan, you got it right when you wanted it right. How?
Well, I think it's one thing having a coach behind you telling you what to do and get out there and doing it, but it's another thing having your wife, and I think, you know, I just had to get out there and do it. But in fact, I had a lot of people back in Scotland that had helped me prior to the Commonwealth Games, and I think it was due to them that I did so well.
I think the nicest thing, actually, that happened, and Mike enjoyed it, was that you said afterwards, well, if you had to share the medal with anyone, you didn't mind him.
Yes, that's right. I think if anybody, yes.
Just while we're talking about athletes here, two there we should introduce. Kathy Smallwood, actually, sorry, Kathy, we called you Smallwood tonight, but it was Smallwood when it happened, who married Gary Cook last month. And between them, in their wedding year, I ought to stress they've got a world record, a British record, 2 gold medals, and 4 silver, and all that in their wedding year. Well, let's move on now to the world record at David Moorcroft, world 5,000 metres record, and some run. Now, David, I said that it was the first time you'd run without pain for seasons. How important was that leg operation?
I think it was critical. If I hadn't had the operation, I probably wouldn't be racing at the level I am now. It gave me a few more years. It meant that I could train harder, recover quicker, and I'm eternally grateful to the clever surgeon.
Now, 5,000 metres for me is one of the great records in the book. But having said that, did it surprise you?
Very much so, yes. It was a very pleasant surprise. I was hoping in the back of my mind I might get Brendan's British record, but I never expected that. But as I said, I'm not complaining.
And when did the surprise first hit you?
A wee bit before it hit Ron Pickering. With about a lap to go.
Now, just a final question. You're on record as saying that you don't want the sort of preparation for the World Championships you had for the European this year, that you won't race so much. Have you told the board that?
I'd like to think that I could race less. The board have been very good this year. We've been talking a lot, and there's a lot of cooperation. I'm sure things will work out well next year.
I hope it does, and a brilliant season. Well done. Now, let's move on now to Steve Cram. Well, Steve's achieved everything he could possibly have expected. Watched, of course, by the man that was expected to do so much, Steve Ovett, who's working with us. We don't now talk about Steve's muscles, we talk about his voice. The voice all right?
Yeah, not too bad, Dave, thanks. Yeah.
And how are the muscles?
Well, they're not so good. I'm working on the muscles and leaving the voice to the larynx alone for a while, I'm afraid.
OK, well, Steve Cram, it's true to say, as I said then, that you achieved everything you could possibly want to achieve this season.
Yeah, I mean, it was marvellous. Even Sunderland avoided relegation as well, so that was another thing. At the start of the season, I was just aiming to try and, if I could, get a medal from either of the championships, the Europeans or the Commonwealths. And my good form coincided with Steve and Seb missing the 1500 in both the Europeans and the Commonwealth.
Brendan Foster keeps telling me that you don't train enough, you don't train very hard. Is that right?
It's just because he used to have to train very hard, you see. I've got more talent than he has.
That's not what you told me. You said the older boys need to train more than you do.
Well,
and you were looking at Steve Ovett at the time.
Thanks a lot.
Well, most of them are older than me. I'm saving it until I grow up anyway.
Just a final question. What about the Royal Fan Club?
That was marvellous. That was the first time I've seen it, actually, and it's marvellous. It really rounded off the season for the Queen to present the medal. It was marvellous, great. All
right, marvellous season, well done. And nice to see you back around, Steve. We enjoyed working with you on the air, but we hope to see you back on the track next season.
So do I, Dave, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Steve Ovett, of course, a former winner of our Sports Personality of the Year trophy. And in just a few moments now, we shall discover who's the winner of the 1982 award. But before that, here's our chance once again to take a light-hearted look at our coverage of the year's sport and hopefully to amuse you with a few of those moments when things haven't always gone right for our sportsmen and women, or indeed for those of us who talk about them. And we start with a colleague whose turbocharged delivery only seldom fails to keep up with the action.
Hello, I'm Murray Walker. 3 wins last year, 2 wins this year. Cross now on his way to his 6th Grand Prix victory. There goes Cross!
So Spinning Saint, still a long way clear, but running very wide and running off course. Spinning Saint has taken the wrong circuit. He's running down towards the first fence in the National, and he's left Trungor in front of Preukta second.
The local athletes competing here. He was 4th in the Moscow Olympic final, taking his first jump.
Oh! Heaven knows the heavyweight scene in this country could do with the lift. And Stevenson folding up on the middle rope and comes out over it, and his foot appears in my face.
Well, it nearly drilled a hole in it, didn't it? Quite legitimate, of course, to hit the ball straight at your opponent.
We must be recording this.
Well, some of the crowd there don't like Harvey reprimanding the horse there, but I don't think he was too unjust in giving the horse a slap. No horse, obviously, needs to be ill-treated or should be ill-treated. Oh, he really does need it. Oh, what is that? Well, let's give them the crowd their money's worth up there.
The Gloucestershire backs are going backwards. The chances are then that Surrey are going forwards, but no, the Gloucestershire backs are going forwards now. And both sides going backwards and forwards.
McEnroe, Connors leads 2 games to 1.
Hello, and we've done it again. Lovely way to get a hernia, but out it comes. Isn't it amazing? The whole of Ayrshire round and about, and you have to drive it into a pot bunk.
5-2 favourite, that's horse number 6. Horse number 7 is badly drawn on the far side. She likes to lead, but can she get it to the inside round? That's number 7. So I've got a problem here with this chap. Now, horse number 8 hasn't troubled the judge in all his races this season.
Well, there we are. There's a few new ones for your collection. Now, there's an old cricketing conundrum, and it goes like this. How did a cricket ball found in a Swansea street come to be in the long room at Trent Bridge? Well, I'll tell you. That ball had been hammered to the far corners of Swansea 6 times in 1 over, a world record it was, by the man who in a moment I'm going to ask to present this trophy here to the person you've chosen as your BBC Television Sports Personality of the Year. Now, we've got from our archives those 6 sixes, and truly, it's one of the most thrilling sequences ever recorded in the history of cricket. The bowler, and let us shed a tear for him, is Glamorgan's Malcolm Nash, and the commentator is Wilf Wooler.
Nuts, he's got to pick that. That was the right distance. He's hit that out of the ground. That's another one. Goodness gracious me. That's another one up in the enclosure. 3 sixes in this over. How many balls have you bowled? 3 balls, 3 sixes. 58. What an incredible bit of hitting. Oh, he's got the shorter one. It's up again. There it is, bouncing on the concrete. 4 sixes in 4 balls. 4 sixes. Wonder where Nash is going to bowl this one. And that will just carrying. No, he's going to be out. Caught out. Oh, he's dropped it. He's over the boundary. 6 it is. 5 on the trot. Oh, this is incredible. Now, this is 6 on the trot's a world record. It's been done before, but 70 on the board. And he's done it! He's done it! And my goodness, it's gone way down to Swansea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Garfield Sobers.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that wonderful reception. It is a great honor to be here this evening to be presenting the BBC Sports Personality Award for 1982. It's been a very thrilling and tremendous evening for me. Just sitting there and watching these athletes perform. I wonder, when I was sitting there, if I was as fit as some of these athletes that I saw here this evening. It certainly made me feel very inadequate. But to me, sports is something which is more than just games. It's a common bond between people from all over the world, which bring sportsmen together to compete against each other and to show their skills and to unite as one in harmony. Being here this evening and being asked to present the BBC Sports Personality of 1982 is something which has not been only an honor, because over the years, as a sportsman, I have probably achieved many feats. And the film you saw here this evening has been one of those feats. I believe that film has been shown on numerous occasions. And I would like, ladies and gentlemen, to take this great pleasure in announcing the BBC Sports Personality Awards. Starting from the bottom. Third is a young man who this year confirmed what so many experts had already believed, that he is a truly great middle distance runner, Steve Cram. The runner-up is a man who I remember with pleasure because he performed his remarkable skills at a special evening during my own benefit year with Knots. In 1980, he becomes the world champion again, Alec Hurricane Higgins. And ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. And the winner of the BBC Sports Personality of 1982, a truly gifted athlete, a man who this year has thrilled the viewers around the world, not only with his record-breaking performances, but with his happy and friendly approach to sports. Ladies and gentlemen, Daley Thompson.
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is that I feel like shit. I feel terrible. I'd like to thank a few people that have made it possible for me to be up here. So I'd like to thank my Aunt Doreen and Tish, who look after me at home, and Greg, Zenny and Rich, who spend all their time training with me. It's been a great year for my sport, and I believe it's the greatest era we've ever had. And so to win this award with the likes of Steve Cram, Dave Moorcroft and Keith Connors, it really has been a great thrill. But I do realise that sport is more important than any one man in it. And so what I can hope is that, like previous winners of this award, I can leave my sport a little richer than as I found it. Oh, excuse me. I would like to thank all the viewers that, excuse me. I would like to thank all the viewers that have written in on those little coupons in the Radio Times, because it shows that you appreciate not only what I've done, but what everybody here has done and all the long hours they put in. I'd also like to thank the BBC for bringing Gary along to present the prize, because I really do appreciate the man and his achievements. And contrary to vicious rumour that had been spread about, I still feel that he's the greatest all-round cricketer the world's ever seen. And lastly, I'd just like to wish everybody here and everybody at home a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you very much for the trophy.
So, Daley Thompson is your choice as BBC Television's Sports Personality of the Year, and what a good choice you've made. Well, we hope very much you've enjoyed seeing again the best of the old year, and that you'll continue to watch with us on BBC Television in 1983. So, from the Television Centre, a very good night to you all.
The Friday night movie stars Sophie.